Hey everybody, it's Stephen the Old World Gamer along with Scott Devin Kane, and welcome back to another episode of the Retro Indie Pixels podcast.
We are back once again to give you all of your gaming news and Scott's guilty gaming pleasures. So, another week down in gaming, 2 weeks. We had a little off week last week. That's okay. Every once in a while, we need a little bit of a break.
It's my fault. I'll take all responsibility.
Hey, for once, it wasn't SDK. Yeah.
And it wasn't internet.
Yeah. One in a row for us, you know?
Yep.
Isn't some sort of technical difficulty, you know?
It's been more than that, come on.
I mean, let's be real. It's usually because of internet problems. So, you know.
It was a nightmare.
So we're back again to tell you about things that Scott shouldn't be playing, but probably is, you know? Those sort of things. But anyway, so how was your gaming week, Stefan?
I mean, not super eventful. Played some Rocket League, played some Civ 5, usual shit with Steve. Also done some Dead Cells because, well, I've been enjoying it, but the new update has made it a little bit wonky, so... Yeah.
So, my last week, most of the entirety of last week, was playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I can't wait. I'm sorry.
No, I understand. I did the same thing. You know, a lot of people were playing it. A lot of my favorite streamers were playing it, and I purposely didn't watch it for the same reason you didn't want to watch it, because you didn't want to spoil anything. But I will say this: it was bueno. It is.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, it is so good, so good. So, you know. Yeah, I have it on my, my recast. If you guys are interested in watching that, we had like a whole bunch of guest people and all that sort of stuff. You know, Deadly was on the stream talking, and my brother was there and everything. So we had some fun. So if you guys are interested in going back and watching that, you got all that going for you. But also, don't forget, everybody, we are brought to you sort of by Jones's Soda.
I forgot to go down and get one again.
Yeah, we're here. Oh,
you gotta start reminding me or something, dude. See, I'm being dumb.
Wait.
I will say, however, that
root beer goodness.
Whatever it is now, on the days that it's a podcast, my email and my Twitter blow the fuck up now. I'm not even kidding, dude.
That's a good
just
thing, man.
Just constant, like, oh, hey, there's another thing, and more Kickstarter stuff, and I'm like, wow, pixelart. Alright, I'll look at all of you.
I mean, that's good for us, man. There's more to talk about, and people are actually interested in, having us talk about them. That's a good thing. You know, it's good when people want, good old SDK and OWG giving you the straight dope about these good-ass games that are coming our way. So,
what is this fucking song?
Yeah. So anyway, we are going to go into SDK's news, as usual. Brought to you by VG247 and Destructoid.com. First thing is up, Xbox One, the all-digital Xbox One S. Huh?
Juan.
The Xbox One. They're discontinuing it, leading up to the Xbox X launch, or Series X launch. Microsoft has confirmed it will no longer produce the Xbox One S all-digital edition or the Xbox One X. The statement is, as we ramp into the future with Xbox Series X, we're taking the natural step of dropping production on Xbox One X and Xbox One S All-Digital Edition, a Microsoft spokesperson told The Verge. Xbox One X will continue to be manufactured and sold globally. Gamers can check their local retailers for more details on Xbox One hardware availability. So that was like an update to the story. The original story is Microsoft may have just released that it has too many Xbox models. Microsoft has seemingly quietly stopped making certain Xbox One models in the run-up to the launch of Xbox Series X. Over the past few days, fans have been noticing more and more online retailers list the consoles as discontinued. The situation varies from one country to another, but it does appear that the original Xbox One, as well as Xbox One X, have been discontinued. On Amazon, Target, and the Microsoft Store in the US, Xbox One X consoles are either sold out or marked as discontinued. You may find some here and there at third-party sellers, but that's about it. You'll have better look in the UK, as Amazon appears to have plenty of stock. It doesn't seem to have marked any as discontinued. Things change when you look elsewhere, however. Microsoft's UK store only has 2 Xbox One X bundles listed, and both of them are out of stock. A number of Xbox One S bundles are as well. As noted by Press Start, something similar is happening in Australia as well. In fact, the Australian Microsoft Store now only lists Xbox One S and the upcoming Series X, with no mention of Xbox One X or the original Xbox One.
He's just going to keep going forever.
It's going to be the rest of the story, don't you worry. Press Start says both EB Games and JB Hi-Fi, 2 major retailers in Australia, said they deleted both consoles off their system but not expecting any more to arrive. Xbox console business planning lead Dan Tavares, said on Twitter that Xbox One S continues to be available, which is true, but didn't comment on the lack of Xbox One or Xbox One X stock. We've seen an explosion in Xbox demands these past months. It's hard to keep up. Also, best problem to have, he added. Given consistent rumors about Xbox Lockhart, said to be cheaper, less powerful version of the Series X, we're inclined to believe Microsoft has already begun phasing out Xbox One X. With an expensive high-end machine, Series X, and a cheaper mid-range option, Lockhart, both launching later this year, it may not make sense to confuse consumers with yet another console. By taking Xbox One out of the equation, Microsoft shifts the focus to its next-gen machines. At that point, Xbox One S will continue to be available as the cheapest entry-level Xbox, similar to how Xbox 360 remained on sale in Xbox One's first couple of years. 3 consoles, 3 price points. See, this kind of just makes sense. I mean, it's like right now, how many Xbox, how many can you own? I mean, obviously, Series X is going to be coming out relatively soon. So
how many can you own? He says.
Right.
What do you mean? What? I mean, as from a collector standpoint, many?
Oh, well, sure. I mean, sure, you can own them all, obviously, but how many? Okay, let's just put it. Let me put it the way that I should say it. How many do you need? If you're just like looking for them to game, you don't need any more than just one.
Well, 2, because then you want to have a duplicate of that one still in the box, while you have one that you can play.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, this obviously makes sense. They discontinued it because it's no longer necessary, because now there will be, if they hadn't discontinued it, 4 different Xbox Ones out there. Like, you don't need that many. It just makes sense to stop doing the old when the new is coming in, So, if you are interested in getting one of those, get the Series Xbox One X, now would be the time to do that search quickly, because after now, they're going to be a very difficult commodity to get your hands on. And now that they're being discontinued, who knows that collectors may find themselves like, oh hey, now that I've got a couple of these in my collection and they're discontinued, you might have to charge a couple extra $100 for it. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
It's honestly the same thing. I mean, think about it. Even now. I mean, fine. Don't think. Whatever you want. I'm not your dad. But
done.
But I'm not saying I'm not your mother either. You can do what you want. Anyway, but think about it. Even as the way as Switch is right now. They're not even discontinued and they're hard to find. And sellers are selling them for, $100, $150, sometimes even $200 more than they're worth. So once they become discontinued, they're going to be that much more of a pain in the ass to try to get a hold of. So get a hold of them now if you can, folks, just saying. So, anyhow, So Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be releasing relatively soon.
Yeah, no.
If you get the physical copy, it comes on 10 DVDs.
That's way too many. That's so much install time. Okay, I just got new Microsoft Flight Simulator, see it a week.
Microsoft Flight Simulator comes on 10 DVDs on PC. There's a good chance a percentage of people looking forward to Microsoft Flight Simulator still buy physical PC games. Microsoft Flight Simulator has a physical edition on PC. It's not published by Microsoft directly, mind you, rather by Aerosoft, who revealed that the game comes on 10 dual-layer DVDs. 10 dual-layer DVDs.
What? That's fun.
Aerosoft announced the news on its official forums, confirming it will distribute that version in Europe. Yeah, no kidding. The package also comes with a printed manual and a custom box set. The publisher clarified that discs contain the simulator code, as well as files for the game's world, including airports and airplanes. The latter is around 90 gig in size, hence the need for so many DVDs. That version will obviously continue to receive updates and new content down the line, but it was made so players on slower connections wouldn't have to download all that come launch. The physical version will begin shipping August 21st, just a couple of days after the worldwide release of Microsoft Flight Simulator on August 18th. As revealed earlier this week, Flight Simulator offers 3 versions that start at $60 all the way up to $120. Aerosoft is offering the standard for €70 and the premium deluxe edition for €130, both of which come with 10 discs. Alright, I get it. I get what you're trying to do. But what the fuck? 10 DVDs? Simply because there might be some people with slow download connections?
I don't have DVD.
We've gotten to a point in the PC age right now. You want to know what my computer doesn't have? A digital drive. Because, I mean, I guess if you want to, like, for nostalgia, I guess Senris is saying. I get it. That makes some point, whatever. But
thumb drive.
Jesus.
Just thumb drive, done. Like, give us that cool flippy booky thing if you want. A little thumb drive, I'm good. I don't want all that shit. I don't want all those DVDs. Jesus Christ, man.
Like 10. It's
too 10 many.
Man. It's 10.
Like,
that's like.
What would a collector's edition include? Like, what the fuck? No.
A book apparently.
It is a collector's edition? You're a collector's edition.
How dare you? Yeah, a real plane. Yeah, that's what the collector's edition is. There's going to be a real airplane in it. It's only going to cost you, like, $180. But hey, you're going to have an actual airplane in the goddamn thing. It's got to house 10 DVDs. You might as well make it big enough for an airplane. Why the hell not?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, just like, good lord. It's too much, man. Too much. I mean, moving on. Anyway, Tom Holland has shared the first pictures from the set of the Uncharted movie. It started.
Ooh.
The fabled Uncharted movie has actually entered production. Actor Tom Holland has confirmed that production on the Uncharted movie has officially kicked off. Holland, who plays Nathan Drake in the movie, shared a picture on his Instagram of his folding chair on the set. Today is the first day of production, but filming hasn't actually started yet. This is, however, already the farthest any Uncharted movie has gotten. Recent reports suggested that Antonio Banderas will be joining Holland, and Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I guess, says Sully, but Sony has yet to officially reveal the cast or even the title of the movie. Holland often seemed excited about portraying Nathan Drake on the big screen, calling the movie script one of the best scripts I've ever read. Venom director Ruben Fleischer is said to be at the helm, making him the 7th director to have been attached to an Uncharted movie. Before the pandemic, the movie was scheduled to open in 2021, but who knows when we're actually going to see it now. Well, it's exciting. It's exciting to know that, like, you know, they're actually on set, and they're actually, like,
doing it.
Yeah, they're actually starting to do the movie. You know, how long have we been like, hey, Uncharted? I'm pretty sure that we were talking about, like, the potential of an Uncharted movie the first time we did the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain.
Well, I mean, it's just because the first game was just so, I guess, scenic. I haven't played any of the other ones yet.
Yeah, but Uncharted's pretty. It's like
pretty.
It's Breath of the Wild with some guns, and not quite so big, obviously. But you know, I'm just saying. I mean, Uncharted's a fun game, and you should play. And now the movie's actually started production. Yay! We might actually see it by the end of 2022 as well. Who knows? I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. I want to see an Uncharted movie.
Cross your butt cheeks.
Awesome. So, crossing. Uncharted movie being made. Anyway, so moving on. Sony has doubled the PS5 production to 10 million by the end of the year.
Jesus.
Sony is reportedly gearing up to manufacture far more PS5 units than initially believed. Sony is seemingly much more positive about the demand for PS5 this year and beyond. According to Bloomberg report, the platform holder is ramping up production with the goal of making 10 million units before the end of the year. This follows a report back in April that suggested Sony was expecting to sell fewer units of PS5 at launch compared to PS4. At the time, it was believed that Sony was aiming for 5 to 6 million units before the end of March 2021. This massive boost is in part the result of Sony's updated outlook on the demand for gaming in the post-coronavirus world. Sony also anticipates that logistical changes could end up delaying shipments, and the company wants to avoid the Switch stock shortage. The Switch stock shortage Nintendo struggled with for many months this year. Mass production of PS5 began in June, and Bloomberg says around 5 million of that 10 million initial block is expected to be done by September. The first batch will supply the allotment at launch and into the holidays. The other 5 million will be finished between October and December, meaning they'll end up at retailers in the first quarter of 2021. By comparison, 4.5 million PS4 units were shipped to retailers in 2013, and it took until June 2014 for that figure to reach 10 million. Assuming there's enough demand to justify this increase in production, PS5 sales may be stronger out of the gate compared to PS4. Indeed, customer sentiment around PS5 has been positive since the start, and was only boosted by last month's PS5 game showcase. Without knowing the price, however, it's hard to accurately estimate how well the console is going to sell.
Yeah. Probably more, because if it's going anyway, it's going up. Because
yes.
PS3 was, okay, I can afford to get one of those, and PS4 was like, I guess I'll get that over an Xbox, I guess, maybe? And then the next one's going to be like,
How many of my firstborn children do I have to sell?
Let's see. I could buy that or get how many Switch games? Hold on. Let me just check Nintendo. Yeah, so...
But, however, even with this in mind, I still think this is a great idea. Because exactly what they were saying about the Switch stock shortage.
Yeah.
Trying to get that right again. You know, I think it's, they're going to sell more than 10 million units of the PS5. That's guaranteed.
Oh, I would imagine.
So, why do yourself the dirty of underproducing, overproduce early, have the stock to go back on, and then produce when the demand says so? So, it's like, get all of this extra stuff now, so that you don't have to worry about, 2 months down the line, oh, well, not enough PS5s to go around, and now people have these things up on eBay for $1,000, and people have to pay it because it's the only option, blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, nip that in the bud, and just have 10 million units to start. I don't want to make too much sense here, but this is the right way to go. This is absolutely the right way. I would rather, if I'm Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, I would rather overproduce on the stuff, take a hit early, and then, you know, make your profits in like that second 6-month period after like the super hype is gone, you know, and start making your money on the second 6-month period, you know. But that's just me, you know. Well, I'd like to think I'm on a roll tonight. I'm getting my points across pretty good. You know?
But is it buttered?
Of course it's buttered. Are you serious? You think I eat my roll without no butter?
I don't know. You might be a Becel guy or some shit too. I don't fucking know.
No.
All about the Becel. Fake butter.
Yeah.
Futter.
Buck futter!
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm on to you, Trebek. Anyway, so yeah, overproduce early. You're still going to make your money. It doesn't matter. It's just going to take a little bit longer to make your money. So make your 10 million units. Okay.
Make 10 million units.
Woo! I'll make your 10 million units. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on. Here's another smart thing I think that Sony has done. So far, Sony's 2 for 2 for doing smart stuff on this podcast. I think that this is like an all-time high. Sony patent hints at cloud-based backwards compatibility for PS5. Sony recently filed a patent that looks a lot like cloud-based backwards compatibility system for PS5. The patent originally appears on Japan's platform for patent information website, having been officially filed on July 2nd. Although the drawings associated with it are captured in Japanese, the patent description has translation support. Another trend growing in the history relates to the development of cloud-based gaming systems. Read the description translated. Such a system may include a remote processing server that is configured to execute a game application, receive input from a user, and communicate with a local thin client with a local thin client configured to display an image on a display. One of the drawings embedded below shows a user playing a cloud-based video game according to an embodiment of the present invention. There's also various other images that appear to point towards cloud-based backwards compatibility. For example, according to the patent's description, the picture below illustrates an accumulation of game titles across various generations of a gaming console in accordance with an embodiment of the present invention. Okay, y'all get all that? Got that? Okay, good. As long as we're good. As you can see in the image above, launch models for the PS1, PS2, and PS3 are quite clearly the subject for this section of the patent. According with the description, it appears that Sony is attempting to create virtual consoles within a console. It's not too dissimilar to the concept of an emulator, except in this instance it would be legal and officially supported. It's worth noting that the obvious absence of a PS4 system in this image has to do with the fact that the PS5 will already support the top 100 PS4 games. On top of this, PS4 titles certified after July are required to be PS5 compatible. On the other hand, Microsoft has stated that the Xbox Series X will support all Xbox One games. The patent also mentions a new kind of sharing software that seems to allow players to post gameplay clips around the cloud. The word slices crops up more than once and likely refers to trimmed video clips. It also mentions creating mini-games from these slices, introducing the potential for game sharing function to be quite significant in the PS5 community. This is especially interesting when you consider another patent Sony recently filed, which featured a device that looks a lot like Xbox Snap. So, here's the thing. Like, this is genius. Yeah. I love this. I love the idea of this. The idea of being able to say, hey, if I buy myself an Xbox 5, it can come with an Xbox One emulator that if I put my Xbox One games into my I'm saying Xbox, I'm sorry.
Right? I was the whole time, I was like, Xbox 5, what are you talking about?
Whoa, hold on. I realized what I said. Rewind. Xbox 5. And anyway, if I get myself a PS5,
yes,
okay,
when it
and
goes,
I have my PS1 game here, I could put that into my Xbox 5, and I know what I said, and be able to play in Xbox. Now I fucked it up. PS1, PlayStation 1 game on my Xbox.
Scott, come back to us, please. You guys know how to read.
You know what I'm saying, right? My PS1 game on my PS5 through a legal PlayStation emulator. Holy shit. My PS Switch on my Xbox Genesis.
PS5 will have an Xbox emulator to play Nintendo games. That works.
Jesus. On my Amiga Dreamcast.
Oh god. Well,
anyway, did y'all get what I was putting down? Oh Jesus! Wow, that got clipped real fucking fast. Son of a bitch!
It's alright, Microsoft will send you 6 now.
Yeah, maybe I'll get my Xbox 5. Hey!
It'll just be a stack of Xbox Ones, 5 of them together, just fucking.
Oh god. Anyway, I'm gonna move on before I say Xbox 5 for like the 800th time. Moving along. Capcom says that 80% of their sales are now digital.
Magic.
Most of Capcom's game sales are made digitally. Capcom has said that the digital sales make up 80% of its game revenue. The Japanese publisher revealed this impressive ratio in response to an investor question. Capcom says its target is for its digital tech to reach 90% of game sales, and the company will continue to promote its digital strategy going forward in order to reach that target. The company, however, is aware that some players will always prefer to own a physical copy, probably him too, which is what it believes that 10% accounts for. Part of Capcom's plan is maximizing digital revenue also includes supporting its games for longer periods of time through content updates, and in making its game available to the widest possible audience worldwide. Capcom, of course, is already doing this with Monster Hunter World, with the game having just received a big update. The success of World was itself partially owned to it being many players' first Monster Hunter game, despite the series' many past entries. See that? I guess I'm okay with this, but the thing is, though, it's like I'm always going to want the physical copy of things over the digital copies, like 100%. I don't know. I believe you're the same way.
Yeah, I would much rather a physical copy over a digital copy.
Right. I mean, just take for instance like what we did this afternoon. Like, Fran was interested in getting some of the Darksider series games, and they're all on the Switch Online store. But the thing is, like, I would like to go get the physical copies of this game, because, like, when she's done with it, then I can play it. But if you have it on the digital copy, that's much more difficult. I would like to be able to go, oh hey, I own this copy of Sonic Forces. I finished playing it. Hey Fran, are you interested in playing this Sonic Forces game? No. I mean, I know she's not, but I'm just saying. If I took this other, that's also a Sonic game. God damn it! That's Diablo, and you already own that. You already own that too. Hey, here's some Katamari Damacy reroll. You want to play this? This is a fun game. I know you've never played a Katamari Damacy game before. Here you go. Now you can play this. I don't think you've played Katamari Damacy before. No, she has not. But, hey, this is a fun game, and I can hand this to you and let you play it. That's the idea. You know, I want to be able to take physical copies of games that she doesn't already own, Diablo 3, and be able to just hand them to her and be like, hey, here you go. You can play some of these here Switch games, and it's fun. You know? So, there's that.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that was the worst song ever. Oh, I apologize. You're so lucky you don't get to hear that, Scott. That was terror.
What did I miss?
The song that came on, Jesus. It was just wee.
It's just 4 minutes of that.
That's what it sounded like.
Ugh. I apologize to everybody who had to hear wee.
Oh, this is much better.
But yeah. Anyway,
and Scott.
I'm glad that they also still consider people like us, like you and me. We're like, hey, we still do want the physical copies of games because I just prefer to have it. You know, I am an old school gamer, and I think anybody who is like of our generation, I'm talking about like you and me, Stefan.
Me too.
Who like we're in our mid 30s, and we have that. We've always, and I feel that this is a thing that everybody in our generation of gamers has always dreamt of, and it's having that wall full of fucking games. Where you just have a wall and it just shows all the games. You know what I'm saying? That can't just be me, right?
No, of course not.
Of course. I feel that that's every like gamer who was gaming in the early 90s, to the mid 90s, stuff like that, when that was our first gaming experience. Some of us were even in like the late 80s were gaming then too.
Early 80s.
Early. I mean,
early to mid. I had a 2600, and then I got.
I remember our first gaming console was the NES, and we bought that in 1987. I remember that very vividly. We bought it from a place that no longer exists anymore.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But
what was I thinking?
I remember going there specifically. My folks were on a goddamn mission. They were like, "We're getting a Nintendo. We're getting one today." Blah blah blah. And we went up and we opened the doors to this place, and right there they were, in just like a giant freaking pile. Because you used to be able to do that back in the day. You could put consoles out on the floor, and people would just run in and steal them and run the fuck out.
Collectors these days would call that a console orgy.
Yeah, right? I mean,
I'm gonna grab your fucking controller.
Right? But, we went and we bought that, and that was like 1987. I remember that I don't think I'll ever get that memory out of my head. And I remember exactly how much they were. It was $200 on like the same, like it was on, how Walmart has those little plaques that they put the price things in,
Oh yeah, I do.
It looked just like that, and I will vividly remember that it said 200, and it was just like, it's happening. It's happening. Our own video gaming system. We had we borrowed a ColecoVision from one of my my parents' friends and whatnot, but it was our own thing.
Yeah.
And I will say, back in the day, one of my favorite. I've completely derailed this whole conversation.
Yeah.
I apologize, everybody. We will get back to the news.
Yeah, we'll chop out 6 or 7 of his.
I know. But I remember my greatest gaming memory of owning physical copy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Was being 6 years old and having the shit scared out of me by my father, who burst into my room at 11 o'clock at night, and you gotta come downstairs. And there they were at the end of Super Mario Brothers. We beat it. I'm like, I want to go back to bed. But that's one of those things that got me into gaming. Because my parents were gamers themselves, so it built up that want for the wall of games. You know what I'm saying? Just that sort of history. Anyway, so I'm glad that that Capcom thinks of the people like you and I, Stefan, who are still willing to go, even though we want most of our sales to be digital. There are still people out there who want physical copies of games because we're old school gamers and just like boxes.
My folks did not do that shit. Right! Well, they're just right there. Well, yeah. Anyways.
I apologize. But anyway, I completely derailed this. We're going back to the news now. Anyway, Super Hot Mind Control Delete is releasing this week. Super Hot. No, I had to say Super Hot. Mind Control Delete will be released next week.
What
Super
the fuck
Hot.
is this?
Mind Control Delete will be made available for consoles and PC next week on July 16th. The standalone roguelike expansion was announced back in 2017 and went into early access the same year. It will be made available free for current owners of Super Hot. If you don't already own the base game, if you purchase it before July 16th, you will be able to download the expansion for free. This includes all platforms: Steam, PS4, Epic Game Store, GOG, and Xbox One. This will not apply to those who received a copy of Super Hot for free, such as through Games Gone Wild, Twitch Prime, Game Pass, or similar. If you purchased Super Hot for Switch, you can claim a DRM-free copy of the PC version by providing a copy of your eShop receipt. More on how to claim the copy can be found at the link at VG247. So, if you guys have not played Super Hot, you really should. It's actually, like, super fun. You played Super Hot, Stefan, right?
Yeah.
This is actually, like, learning about, like, Mind Control Delete. Today was how old I was when I learned about this. Excuse me, I had to have some of this here delicious Jones
soda. Rocking a root beer like it's no one's goddamn business.
Oh my god, this is like... business. You know, I know we're trying to, like, we're trying to get in that deal with them and everything. But I'm going to just, like, straight dead ass say they have the best root beer. I'm not even, like, trying to be, like...
Yeah, no, they do.
Out or anything like that. Or
they have a pretty damn good root beer. I honestly think
that they do have the best root beer out there. And I'm not even, like, a super huge root beer drinker, because I usually go to most of everything else. But, like, this is actually, like, super good. Anyway, so Super Hot Mind Control Delete is July 16th, which is, hey guys, that's today. If y'all didn't know, July 16th is today. So if you got that Super Hot in your Steam inventory or any of those other things, you're going to be able to go get yourself Mind Control Delete faux frizzle.
Good, and I will be able to. Mwah!
Aha. I might have to go get that Super Hot stuff as soon as it's not my turn to be talking. Anyway, so moving on. So, if anybody's been listening to anything going on in the background of what's going on at my place right now, my wife is playing Final Fantasy VII. Except that she's not, because she's playing Final Fantasy IX. I apologize. You're playing Final Fantasy IX. She just gave me the look like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, Final Fantasy IX devs would love to continue the story. The developers of Final Fantasy IX would love to continue the story as it meant so much to the team, according to the game's artist, Toshiyuki Itahana.
Say it again.
Toshiyuki Itahana.
There you go.
Toshiyuki Itahana. Speaking with RPG site regarding the 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy IX, Toshiyuki Itahana said the game not only is loved by fans, but the development team as well. FF9 is loved by the fans, but it's also very loved by us, the development team, said Itahana. I would be delighted if, respecting the wishes of the original development team, there could one day be the opportunity to continue the story, which meant so much to all of us. The game is considered by fans as one of the best in the series. I'm not going to hear anybody over there argue with that, who is feverishly nodding. And Itahana feels that enduring popularity is due to the character design in which lots of people like, as well as the appeal of the fantastical world. Another reason is the story. It's all about the meaning of life, which is a universal question for everyone living in this world, including myself. Characters of different races and different ways of thinking support each other, sometimes disagreeing, as they all grapple with the question. That kind of story always resonates, I think. I think she's just finally figured out a puzzle.
No.
I didn't know what that was. I was like...
We're back together again.
Jesus.
Oh, you got the whole party back together. Okay, anyway. The game was originally released in 2000 for the PlayStation and centers on the war between nations in the world of Gaia. The game stars the Dane Tribal, who along with his group of bandits kidnapped Princess Garnet. Turns out the princess wanted to leave the castle anyway and joins the group on its quest to take down her mother, Queen Brane of Alexandria, who starts the war.
Jesus, game on her. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was porn for a second. I really did. I was like, is that on my computer?
She got the whole party back together, so it kind of was. Anyway,
true.
Final Fantasy IX was recently released on Xbox Game Pass for Xbox One and PC. It's also available for the Switch and PlayStation 4. So, Fran can sit here and talk her damn head off about Final Fantasy IX. It is her favorite Final Fantasy. She's playing it right now, for God's sake. I mean, literally playing it right now.
I have not played it.
I think Fran's saddest gaming story is around Final Fantasy IX. I don't think it's even close. So, when we originally got the game back in 2000, Fran was obsessed with this game. She absolutely loved Final Fantasy IX. And it's not the longest Final Fantasy out there, but it's pretty long. It's a 50-hour game. You know? And in terms of like other Final Fantasies, like I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I think it was, what were we at? Deadly, were we at like 35 hours? I don't remember how long we played. It might have been only 30 hours. I don't remember if you remember how long that was. But you know, Final Fantasy IX is relatively a long game. And when it first came out on PS1, it was a 4-disc game, which for Final Fantasy at the time was as big as it got. Even Final Fantasy VII was only 3 discs. Final Fantasy VIII was only 3 discs, I believe. No, 8 was 4 discs, wasn't it?
4 discs.
Was 8 4 discs?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, okay. But anyway. But still, it was a big game. But, Fran gets to disc 4, and she's trucking along, and she's doing all of her grinding and getting all the stuff ready for it. So, it was late at night, so she saves and whatnot. We get up the next morning, and, you know, hey, you gonna play some Final Fantasy today? Yeah, of course. Turns on the PS4, memory card is erased. Like 45 hours into the game.
Did you say PS4?
Look, you know what I meant.
Oh, okay. No, I was confused. I thought she was replaying it again. Never mind.
No, she was on disc 4. 45 hours into it, memory card erased. Hasn't played it again until just now. There's been 20 years of mental trauma, and she's not just now getting back into playing it again.
I think the same thing, something similar like that happened to me with Final Fantasy VII, and it was only like, Jesus, it took me a few years later to actually get back to it. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like almost 10. But yeah, no, that's crazy. That's, my God. I still have yet to play 9 though. I don't know, I had a stigma with it first. Now I'm over it, and I'm just like, yeah, I need to get to playing it sometime.
How much was it for Fran, how much was this Final Fantasy 9?
I have it.
Remember? What's that? It's not terrible. But,
I'm peeking a lot.
But, yeah,
Better?
I mean, I'm pretty
Better?
sure, like, even the Steam version, I believe, is only, let me go jump in here. Final Fantasy 9.
It's never to find.
Where are Steam? What are you doing? Final Fantasy 9. Even on Steam, it's $21 on Steam. So, you know, but it's also it may be $21 for a 20-year-old game. But also remember, it's a 50-hour game. So you're definitely going to be getting your RPG value out of it. But yeah, they're talking about like possibly continuing the story. Final Fantasy 9-2? Maybe? Might be a thing. That was all the articles we have from VG247. Moving on to Torchlight.com. Epic Game Store freebies, guys! Get your list in. Torchlight 2 is the big game this week around.
Okay.
Almost 8 years after the release, Torchlight 2 doesn't feel quite as fresh, but the action RPG hasn't lost its comfy, easy-to-slip into edge. It still holds up in 2020. It's still worth playing, even though there's Torchlight 3 now. It's one of those games that deserves a spot in everyone's PC gaming library. And if you've avoided Torchlight 2 this whole time, more than anything, I'm impressed. And you can get it for free, so props to you. The game is free to claim and keep on the Epic Game Store until July 23rd, 2020. The biggest hurdle, figuring out which pet to keep. I'm an alpaca guy. Always have been. There's just one freebie this week, but next week from July 23rd to July 30th, Epic Game Store will have Next Up Hero, a more recent dungeon crawler, and Tacoma, Fulbright's latest, for free. I still haven't played Tacoma yet. What'll it take to convince you, brain? Yeah, so if you haven't played any of the Torchlight series, you really should. Again, they're another one of those series that hasn't aged gracefully, but I still think Torchlight 2 is fun as hell and definitely worth playing. You know, it's a Diablo clone sort of game.
Yeah, hack and slash.
Hack and slash Diablo clone. It's super similar to Diablo. It's like it's as close as you're gonna get to any of the other clones out there. It's very close. Like, I'm trying to remember what the other one was that was like super. It was the one that was EverQuest. What was that called? Fuck.
Champions of Norath?
Champions of Norath. There you go. Thank you. Which was also quite a good game too. So you know.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
If you get the Diablo like hack and slash, the games are going to be pretty good because they're all they're all fun. Whatever. So Torchlight 2 is your Epic Game Store freebie for this week. So moving on, RPG Maker MZ has a release date now, which is August 20th. If you fancy yourself a bit of a storyteller, then you might want to take a look at Degisa? I'm going to go with Degisa Games RPG Maker MZ. The powerful adventure-building software will be launching on PC via Steam at the end of August, adding a host of new features and enhancements to its previous versions. RPG Maker MZ, developed by Kadokawa Corporation, will once again offer a huge plethora of tools and resources of which to conceive, create, and cultivate your own deep and engaging role-playing games. RPG Maker MZ allows for the creation of layered maps and environments, finely detailed character sprites and portraits, and intricate battle systems. You can schedule events and surprises, even design animations for movement and attacks. This new edition features support for various plugins and even its own open-source particle creator for spectacular effects. If you feel like you might not quite have the skills to build your own quest from scratch, the package comes with a catalog of pre-created scenarios to help you find your footing. RPG Maker MZ looks to be a very deep and complex package, but offers enough pre-made resources to get users up and running, encouraging experimentation and allowing indie devs to efficiently build towards the launch of their own amazing and fantasy adventures. RPG Maker MZ ain't cheap. The Steam edition will retail around $80, but if you ever fancy taking a stab at creating your own Legend of Zelda or Final Fantasy styled adventure, this could prove to be a great place to start. Just don't actually make a Legend of Zelda adventure. Nintendo tends to frown towards that. RPG Maker MZ launches August 30th on PC via Steam and RPG Maker Web. I have delved into RPG Maker in the past. I owned the original one for the PS1, and at its rudimentary, it was not easy to use. So I'm hoping, like, over time, this will make these sort of things, like, again, you're making something like Deadass from scratch. You know, a game, like, from its base all the way to its, all the way to the end. So being able to make sure that you can balance X and Z and whatever all that sort of stuff is, you have to make sure that levels balance and weapons balance and all that sort of stuff, and to, just to make sure your game functions correctly. There's a lot of thought that goes into that sort of stuff. But once you get yourself, actually halfway close to making something that's actually, playable, it's relatively satisfying to have somebody else play your game, And I'm really, really, really hoping that they make this so much easier to use compared to, like, the older versions of the game, because they were not easy to use. But if you're a hell of a lot smarter at making video games than I am, perhaps you might have a lot better time with it. Anyway, so I am excited to talk about this. Gamescom might be online only, but it still has some big exhibitors lined up. Like every other marketing event in the face of the Earth, Gamescom 2020 will be held entirely online as a series of streams. Even though there's no physical booths to construct, preposterously long lines to manage, or a collective omnipresent body odor to power through, some of the biggest names are showing up anyway. The exhibitors list from Gamescom 2020 has been released, and we can expect some major players to have presence. Xbox, Bethesda, Sega, Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft. Those are a few cherry-picked publishers and platform holders that are expected to show something at Gamescom. This all goes down towards the end of August. The festivities kick off with Jeff Keighley hosted Gamescom Open Night Live press conference type stream on August 27th. Then Gamescom's runs from August 27th through August 30th. There's a lot to squeeze in over the course of a few days. Now, this list that they have of their 2020 exhibitors is huge. Like, massive. I'm just going to try to, like, pinpoint a few. We got Activision Blizzard. We have Aerosoft, which is doing, like we were talking about, doing, like, the flight simulator. Bandai Namco. Bethesda. Let's see. Electronic Arts is going to be there. Ford, whatever. Fusion Play. Let's see, what else we got here? Neo.
Head Up.
Head Up. Yes, I missed that. Let's see. Sega Europe is going to be there.
Strictly Limited Games.
Yep. Ubisoft is going to be Twisted 2 Studios. Xbox again is going to be there. But yeah, there's a big list. I want to say this is probably maybe 60, 70 strong. But yeah, there's a lot there. So, and that's in 3 days. So you guys are going to have a lot of new stuff to look forward to. So August 27th, they don't have any like actual timing there for that. So you may want to go check out the games.com website if you would like actual times for when these shows are going to start. So moving on. So this is something that I found strange. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered is not supporting offline multiplayer.
That's strange.
It's extremely strange. We'll explain why later. Someone who grew up during the 4th, 5th, and 6th generations of gaming, I have a litany of fond memories of playing games, be they competitive or cooperative, with friends sitting alongside me. One of those fond memories was playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles at the GameCube with two of my best friends. When a remaster of the 2003 RPG was announced for Switch and PS4, I was hopeful that some semblance of local multiplayer would be present, but it looks like it will not be in the cards this time around. In a PR statement released by the development team, it was stated that local and couch cooperative play will not be present in the remake when it releases next month. The decision was made as they could only focus on either online or offline multiplayer and decided to focus on the option that will allow more people to play. While it hurts to hear this, it's not all that's unexpected. The original multiplayer used a dual screen approach by having you hook up your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube so that you could have your relevant information on your screen. Outside of the Switch, that wouldn't be possible for the remaster, so it makes sense not to include it. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition will launch on August 27th for the Switch, PS4, iOS, and Android. See, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed with this, you know? Because, like, I think, like, the charm of playing Crystal Chronicles as a team was playing it with, like, all of your, your friends sitting next to you. You know what I'm saying? I know that there are more people who have played the game who have never played it, multiplayer like that. Because, as the article states, playing it multiplayer was a big pain in the ass. But I was lucky to have a friend who just happened to have all the peripherals for it. So it was like, hey, let's all get together and play Crystal Chronicles. It was like, all right, do I need to bring anything? Yeah, I need one extra Game Boy Advance. Well, I got me one of those.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Game Boy Advance and I got a pack of crackers. I'll bring what I can, But
crackers.
I don't know. I just made something up.
I mean, thanks.
Hey, you know what goes good with Final Fantasy? Saltines.
Crackers, yeah. No water though. Just eat them dry.
I'm talking about I brought 600 saltines. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I just made something up. I just, whatever. But anyway, I get it because what they're saying is that the original way of being able to play multiplayer is not a thing anymore. Because, I did. You guys get off the saltines already anyway. The original way to play multiplayer was to be, hooking up all your, Game Boy Advances to the same system.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not a thing anymore.
Ew.
So, don't bring all your saltines. We just want to play Crystal Chronicles. We don't need all your crackers.
We went right back to the saltines again.
I know. I just said, but I guess it does make more sense to say if we concentrate on online multiplayer, it will make it a lot more accessible to more people. Yes, alright, I get it. So, don't expect to sit on your couch with a person. Look, you're a bad person. I'm the one going to a Final Fantasy party bringing saltines, You think you're bad. Anyway, so moving on. I think we spoke about Spellbreak before. I think one time we talked about it. But Spellbreak, the Battle Royale game with cool magical combat, is going to be free to play. Can the draw of cool spell-based multiplayer combat outweigh our collective disinterest in up-and-coming Battle Royale titles that have had their work cut out for them? or are we irreversibly burnt out? That's where I'm at with Spellbook, a magic-focused battle royale game coming to Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC in 2020. It has flashy enough to stand out at a glance, and announced today that it has the free-to-play model it'll absolutely need to get enough players in the door. Going free-to-play and ensuring the game will be cross-play in day one reinforces our goal of making sure that Spellbreak will be accessible to as many people as possible. The Prolariat CEO said Prolariat CEO Seth Sivak. Today's free-to-play trailer is more short than sweet, so you might want to watch beta footage too. Maybe I've seen a lot of this, but this actually looks pretty cool. If you haven't watched it at all, it's basically Fortnite without the gun and without the building. And you're a mage, and you can specialize in specific kinds of combat, but you can fly the fuck around and chuck spells down at people, and it actually looks pretty fucking cool.
Take this spell, take it.
It's like Magic Dragon Ball, and you be flying up in the air, fireballs and lightning bolts and all that shit, and you know what I'm saying. But it's it's cool. It looks, to me, it's Minecraft without the craft. Because it's a multiplayer arena thing. It's Fortnite without the guns and building. And remove the guns and add magic, and remove the building and add
put
nothing.
in ruins
and add nothing.
Oh.
It's literally just you are going around trying to kill people. You don't have freaking nuclear fast hands to make a fucking castle in half a second to be able to magic. You're gonna be whipping around Magic the Gathering cards at each other and be like, "Hey, it's Fireball! Hey, Wrath of God, eat it!" Boom.
No, you just actually flip the cards like one of those professional card throwers. Just cut through people. It's no problem.
Yeah. It's here you go. Oh, you had an eye. Here's a forest.
You had an
eye. You had an eye.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, go check it out. It's called Spellbreak. It looks pretty cool. I'm actually interested in playing this. For real. I'm waiting to play this myself. So they have the free-to-play announcement trailer, and they have the beta trailer, so you guys can go check it out on your own time.
Yes, Dad.
Anyway, Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
I hate you. I love you. More often than not, recently, I hate you because you keep doing cool fucking things
for Japan.
Because Nintendo is giving out real Smash invitations as a Japanese My Nintendo gift. At this point, the Smash invitations, which are merely letters with the Super Smash Bros. Seal on them to signify that a character has been invited to serve as a paid DLC, are ubiquitous with the Nintendo brand. The publisher even emblazoned the letter logo. I'm it made him a mummy. What the fuck was I trying to say there? Jesus. Emblazoned the letter logo on gift cards back when the first Fighter Season Pass was being peddled, and a lot of arts and crafts gifted folks have taken to making their own sets. Now, you don't have to do any work. Now, as long as you have a Japanese My Nintendo account and 400 Platinum ready to go. Announced on the official Japanese Smash Bros. Account, the letter set is now a new My Nintendo gift, which you can purchase for 400 Platinum points. According to Nintendo, the rush to grab them will begin on July 15th, which was yesterday.
Yep.
In the region, which will no doubt crash the website at some point. As a note, the set comes with envelopes, seals, and letterheads, so you can send a real invitation to people if you want. If you have a friend in Japan, ask them to grab one for you. Between this and the European physical gifts recently, the US arm of My Nintendo is looking really glum right now. Just scroll down to these pictures, my dude. Scroll down. Show them. Show them how awesome this stuff looks. Yup. Mm-hmm.
He means this.
Yeah, I meant that, you know. Does that not look awesome as hell, man? I want one of these. Oh, wait. I don't live in Japan.
You can probably buy them after the invitation's been used.
Like, god damn it, man. Why? Like, does Nintendo not think that people in the West care about this sort of stuff?
No, it's just easier to pump it out to one country rather than have to do that shit all the way over here.
I mean, I guess that's like the only possible thing it could be.
This is our test region country.
I mean, it just, so many cool things, man. I just want them. I just want you to give me my Smash invite. That's all I'm asking. Just, please, can I have a Smash invite? I'm not even asking for anything like super awesome or cool or any of that stuff. I just want to Smash. I want a piece of paper that has like a thing on the back of it that has Super Smash Brothers logo. That's all I want, man. I just want that. I'm not asking much, right? You know? you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, man.
It's okay, man.
It's not you, it's them. Anyway, so the final thing I have to give to you guys tonight from SDK's news is Sony has dropped $250 million with a B dollars for a minority stake in Epic. Where are we dropping, boys? Is a common question that kicks off the start of every Fortnite match. Sony is less concerned about where it's dropping, but rather how much. The answer? $250 million. According to a report by GamesBeat, Sony has invested $250 million into Unreal Engine and Fortnite creator Epic Games. This strategic investment gives Sony a minority stake in Epic, although the percentage wasn't divulged. Tencent bought a 40% stake for $330 million, but that was in 2012, pre-Fortnite. The company is worth a lot more than it was 8 years ago. More important, Epic still owns a controlling stake in itself. Sony President and CEO Kenichiro Yoshida commented, Throughout our investment, we will explore opportunities to further collaboration with Epic to delight and bring value to customers in the industry at large, not only in games, but also across the rapidly evolving digital entertainment landscape. It is unclear how this venture will immediately impact either Sony or Epic. In May, Epic showcased Unreal Engine 5 running on a PS5, but has already been confirmed that the engine will be available for Xbox developers too. However, as PlayStation is rumored to start porting more of its exclusives to PC, it's looking increasingly likely that those games might not show up on Steam. Interesting. So, we have displayed the Unreal Engine on a PS5, and now that Sony has put all of this money in Epic, now that it's got this PS5 in its grip, or the PS5, the Unreal Engine 5, now it drops $250 million on Epic, with the potential of taking anything that might have an Unreal Engine 5 away from Steam. Thoughts on that?
I don't know.
I just don't...
That seems like a weird matchup anyways, honestly. Like, Sony and Epic together?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm surprised, because they're both kind of big on their own, so...
yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
This just really seems like a really, really strange move on Sony's part.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm more if I am going to buy a game that could be on Epic Games or could be on Steam, nothing on either developer, nothing on either platform.
Yeah.
This is nothing personal. I would just rather buy it on Steam.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's just where all my PC games are, basically.
That. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some games that I own that are on Epic because they weren't available on other platforms.
Yep.
Specifically, like the Borderlands 3. At the time, I bought it there because that's where it was available. So, but at the same time, I don't see what the point of unveiling all of this new Unreal Engine 5 stuff just to say, oh, by the way, we're going over to Epic Games, of which there are people who blatantly dislike the platform.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are those out there who also blatantly dislike the Steam platform too. But I feel that the overwhelming percentage of people who hate Steam versus the people who hate Epic.
Yeah.
I would say that there are definitely, if there are 10,000 people and all of them hate one or the other,
yeah,
I would say that a vast majority of them, 8,000 of them, hate Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, I could probably agree with you on that. And it's, I don't know, it's probably just because, just little things, really, because Steam's come a long way, and it's been around for so long. So, I mean, they have a lot of stuff, ironed out, and they have, even new features that are still coming out all the time, so, Steam's not going anywhere, that's for damn sure, so.
Oh, hell no, they're not going to go anywhere. And that's the thing, it's I don't understand the need to want to take away the potential of being able to use Steam to push your Unreal 5 engine games on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me, and I don't think this is the right move on Sony's part. You almost got through an entire podcast, Sony, where I could say that you've done all the things right this week. I don't think this is one of them. I really think you should have just, invested your money in something. I would say
Bitcoin.
If you were to ask me which one of these two platforms is going to last another 20 years, I would never in my lifetime pick Epic Games. I just would not. I would say that Steam will still be around in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot, in good faith, say that about Epic Games. I just can't. They're too new, and I've just been invested in Steam that long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, that is it for SDK this week for the news. So, as always, we are going to pass the torch over to my co-host, good friend, Old World Gamer.
That's me. Alright.
As you.
And well, Scott, you know what time it is. Don't fucking say tool time. God damn it.
I wasn't going to go there.
No, I know. Everyone always does it. You know what time it is? No, I want to know fucking times. Give me.
It's time to keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Listen to Fred Durst.
But anyway, it is about that time. It's time for my favorite portion of the podcast. Your favorite portion of the podcast. It should be everybody's favorite portion of the podcast. Even those Final Fantasy 9 characters over there who are beating the crap out of some black waltzes, it looks like. I can't tell what they are because I don't have my glasses on. Even there, even Zidane just looked at me from the screen and he goes, yo, that's my favorite portion of the podcast. Dagger just died and all that good shit. Whatever. He's like, hey, guys, I heard you doing the favorite portion of the podcast. It's the best of Steam.
Indeed, the best of Steam. And I actually found it hard to find stuff. There hasn't been too much new stuff that we haven't covered.
This week was tough, man.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah, I was kind of reaching for news in some spots.
Yeah, it was very. I mean, I talked about some stuff that I probably wouldn't have talked about, but this week was really strange. Even though we had 2 weeks of backup because we didn't have the podcast last week, I was even looking at some of that older stuff, and I'm like, these news outlets really need to give like Call of Duty and
dude, I know.
and Assassin's Creed. Give it a rest, guys. To talk about some other stuff, please. I don't need to know every little tidbit of information about Assassin's Creed Valhalla before it comes out, because I don't care.
So we're starting off with a game called Fae Tactics. This is not released yet. It's supposed to be coming out in 2020. RPG strategy turn-based tactical game. Let's see. We have in Fae Tactics, follow a young magic user named Pony on her journey across a vibrant world full of mystery and danger. Summon allies, cast spells, and befriend a motley crew of characters as you dive into the growing conflicts between man and magical beings known as Fae. So let's watch that first trailer. Oh, whoa. Oh, it's like, okay. Wait, what's that? Why's there cards? Oh, different cards give you... What? This doesn't look bad, actually. Wonder if Mr. Six is watching this. No? Maybe. He could be dinosauring. Whoa. Stefan says cards and Scott perked up. It's true. Oh. Soul Nova. Oh, shit. Oh, come. You don't even show us?
Alright. Looks interesting. I mean, again, it's tactical, so I would suck at it, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going on the watch list. I will definitely play that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, moving on. We have Endless Bounty. This is a point-and-click adventure game where you lead Droktar through the town of Gabranth and its surrounding areas while looking for his bounty. You'll meet a slew of characters along the way, and if you play your cards right, you'll find yourself in more erotic situations with some of them. Wait, excuse me?
What? Hold on. Let me,
yeah, this game is marked as adults only.
Let
okay.
me...
It looks really good, but now I can't.
Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on.
Is it gonna be? Scott's checking for us.
Moving on.
Alright, so our next game is called Hellraisers. It came out on...
Oh!
Whoa.
Wait. Is this what I think it is? Oh! I like this game.
You like this game?
I like this game.
Alright. Scott likes this game. A Journey to Hell and Back. Hellraisers is a retro-styled action platformer with RPG character progression system. Choose one of 3 heroes and then one of 10 specializations. Progress through spectacular locations and take on challenging bosses. 28th of July, 2020.
I like this game. I've seen it a couple times. I really like it.
Watching the trailer. Is it just me, or does it look a little frame rate? Oh, come on. The frame rate looks terrible, though.
This is not the game I thought it was. I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
This makes me feel like I'm playing Bubsy on Super Nintendo.
This is not the game I thought it was.
No.
I take back everything I said.
Oh, man. What is going on with the frame rate? Like, oh my god. Like, just scrolling up and down with the background looks terrible.
Okay, yeah. It definitely looks like it plays at 30 FPS.
Yeah, no.
What?
Pausing it because
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about that.
what I was thinking of was Helltaker. I apologize.
Helltaker?
Yes.
Have we not looked at that? It's a free game. And pancake recipe.
Yes, sir. Helltaker is fun as shit.
And free. Short game about sharply dressed demon girl. Well, I'm not surprised.
It's what it says. It doesn't. There's no nasty stuff in it or anything. It's completely boobs free. So.
Boo! No, I'm just kidding. Whoa.
It is a puzzle game.
Oh, that's cool. I like puzzle game.
Okay, it is a puzzle game. It is about getting a demon harem. However, the music in this game is godlike.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, this is actually pretty good.
The music in this game is so good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah, I like. Oh, all right. I'll add that to my wish list. Shit. 11th of May, 2020. It's a free game. Oh, it's
this game. The music in this game is so good.
I'm just gonna get it later. It's free. I forgot.
Oh my god!
It's got like.
I played this game for like 2 hours a couple weeks ago. And that music that you got in the preview there, that is just a taste of how good the music is. And the puzzles in it are actually super good, and they're very hard. So it's a free-to-play game, and I suggest, if you haven't played this game, if you haven't picked it up, it is free. Go pick it up, and you will like just it's so good. Go get it.
Jesus
Go
Christ.
get it.
Anyways, we're gonna go to our next game.
I don't promote.
Scott's gonna take 5 minutes to say that he likes the game over and over.
Listen,
just fucking.
listen,
you like the game? Go get it.
Like, oh my god.
See, he's gonna just keep. Anyways, next game we're looking at is Renaine, Renaine. Fast-paced platformer inspired by fighting games. Pull stylish combos as you guide Ain, the Phoenix Knight, on her eternal quest to save the cute and colorful world of Linearia. Hop, bop, and roll with uniquely gorgeous pixel art and star-studded high-fidelity OST for the ages. Oh, it's already got marked as good soundtrack. It's coming out in 2020. Action platformer indie 2D. Looks good so far. Let's watch the trailer. Fucking Scott.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks good.
Who was in the studio?
Hmm?
Who was in the studio?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Whoa!
Welcome back.
We took the fuck out of that. Hell yeah! Ooh, who was in the studio? Damn. Stealing a line from Daphne. God damn.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. Sounds
Yeah.
pretty good. And it should be out in 2020. So sometime this year we're going to get this game. It looks like it's
Nice.
going to be some good stuff. Kind of remind me a little bit of... oh my god, what's that game that you played? It's an NES game.
Battle Kid?
Yes, thank you. That's what it reminded me of, Battle Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm going to move into my news from IndieRetroNews.com. Starting off with Stupid Martians, another enjoyable blaster released for the MSX Dev 20.
Okay, if you got a name, man.
Well, they don't have really much to say about it there. Okay. Earlier this week during the MSX Dev 20 Compo, Visual Edu and BitCaf had released the almost bullet hell game of Stupid Martians for the MSX, a new and enjoyable game requiring at least 16 kilobytes of RAM, my bad. As noted by the Game Compo write-up, right after the Menace from Triton gave us some fresh shoot-'em-up action to chew on, a new shoot-'em-up appears out of nowhere in this year's edition, Stupid Martians. Don't be fooled, this game, while sharing the same overall genre, is an entirely different beast. Obviously, it scrolls vertically, not horizontally, but more importantly, like the Menace from Triton, there's strategy involved in this one as well, but the emphasis instead of all-out carnage is on strategic combat. Okay. I want trailer, please. Saberman, no.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. This just doesn't sound like my thing, but its predecessor, Idiot Aliens, I was about that.
Oh, yeah? Scott has some familiarity with the...
I'm kidding. I'm just fucking around.
Oh.
But Idiot Aliens wasn't... It's called Stupid Martians, so I'm like, hey, I'd rather just play Idiot Aliens, thanks.
And I fell for it. Alright, good night, everybody. No, I'm just...
Good night, everyone.
Fuck. Alright, Keiko's Adventure, family-friendly fun for the C64 by the Reaper UK and Richard Bayless. Richard Bayless has always got his hands into these C64 games.
Right.
Oh, let's turn on that trailer. Alright, according to the creator, Keiko's Adventure was created using the sideways shoot-'em-up construction kit by Sensible Software and John Wells, with framework and music by Richard Bayless. Whoa! Oh. Oh, it's over. The game is shoot-'em-up, designed for the family, more specifically kids, in which it is very easy to play, as you must shoot the baddies, collect the balloons for bonus points, and try to get a high score. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy the sound, but...
They don't seem to be shooting anything.
Well, the other thing is, where's the music? I mean, they said Richard Bayless is doing the music there, but... Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go! Here we go! Okay. Pew 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 pew. Alright. So it doesn't look like it's too difficult, which makes sense. Anyways. Next up, one of my favorite games, Joust. Long lost Atari Soft C64 conversion of Joust has been found and released.
Nice.
So most of you should know what Joust is. I did a review on it back in the day on YouTube. LOL. Although a fully detailed write-up and history of the game, Joust can be found on the main Games That Weren't website. Suffice to say, this is a fabulous release for the C64 and highly recommended for everyone to give it a try at least once. As for the actual gameplay, Joust is an arcade game whereby you control a knight riding his very own ostrich that had to defeat other flying enemies while also trying not to be grabbed by the ever-present hand from below, which are usually the ones that are in the lava, is what we're talking about. But it doesn't look like this is hard. Like, you don't even have to collect the eggs in this one, and they just go in one direction. So this is a simplified version of Joust. All things considered.
Yeah.
Alright. Next, we have Billy Masters Was Right. A short PC adventure inspired by Maniac Mansion.
Certainly looks that way.
Yeah, dude. I like it. Alright. It's just the pictures again. I mean, good artwork. Loving it, but...
Definitely has that Maniac Mansion feel, that's for freaking sure.
Yeah, really though. So, for those who aren't aware, Maniac Mansion is a point-and-click type of game. Billy Masters is a new adventure game. It's a new and short adventure game in a Maniac Mansion graphic style and plot inspired by movies like The Burbs or Disturbia. In this game, you play as Billy Masters, a student under curfew accused of taking drugs, Jesus, and making false accusations against his own teacher of serious crimes. You must prove your innocence and prove to the world that behind all of this is a sneaky psycho at work at his neighbors, proving above all that Billy was right all along. Ooh. That's weird, though. You're accusing a teacher, but somehow it's your name. That's the only thing I don't understand here. Oh, here's Menace from Triton. An awesome MSX shoot-'em-up appears. Okay. So, let's have a look at this one. We're going to just skip right to it. Oh, Scott. I think you're going to enjoy this one. This is a really good shoot 'em up. If you've got an MSX1, you should be downloading it now. As one member by the name of Bangle CCK puts it, the game is really nice. Smooth scroll, a good mix of sprites and soft sprites, and other niceties make this a superb entry. And of course, as this is MSX Dev, it means that it is MSX1, which makes it very impressive. Yeah, it looks like this looks way better than the other game that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Oh, the music's so good, too. It reminds me of, was it Gradius?
Mm-hmm.
So much. Oh. Awesome. And our last article from Indie Retro News this week is ClamKnight, a lovely PC puzzle game inspired by the Sega Master System 2.
Okay.
Alright, so in this game you'll be playing as a boy called Marvin. He must use a mighty mop to defend Bikini Beach's castle from the evil crabbers and other nasty creatures that are freely roaming around the castle. Wow, that's loud. Available as a pay-what-you-want game with design by Hector Toro, SFX by Bibiki GL, and localization by elesa. ClamKnight doesn't just feature graphics styled to that of the Sega Master System 2, but it has 17 amazing puzzle levels, lots of enemies to avoid or fight, deadly traps, a chippy soundtrack, 2 different endings, and finally the game includes a retro PDF. Ooh. That's nice.
Kind of looks like a weird version of Pac-Man.
Kinda, yeah. It's one of those types of games.
Yeah.
It looks pretty fun, though.
Mm-hmm. And when you compare yourself to Pac-Man, that's not a bad thing, because, Pac-Man's a pretty good game.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
So next up, we have our news from Destructoid. I have something else to add in with this as well. So, Super Mario Bros. NES cartridge sells at auction for $114,000.
Why?
A new record has been set for the most expensive video game of all time, and it's one of the classics. A mint condition copy of the 1985 NES release Super Mario Bros. Sold at an auction last week, changing hands for a cool $114,000 US.
Why?
The auction was held on July 10th by Heritage Auctions in Texas. A total of 29 bids culminated in a lofty 6-figure sum. Surprisingly, the copy of Mario Bros. In question was in absolutely pristine condition, having been graded 9.4 out of 10, the highest grading a Super Mario Bros. Example has ever received at an auction. Still sealed after 35 years, this particular edition even included its original cardboard hang tab, denoting it as one of the small production run made after Nintendo transitioned to shrink wrapping its products. This new sale beats out a previous Super Mario Bros. Auction held in February 2019, where another copy of the legendary platform sold for $100,150. The auction was won by an anonymous buyer who has no doubt since added the most expensive video game of all time to what I'm assuming is probably quite a collection. I'm willing to bet they immediately tore open the packaging, divided, and dived straight into World 1-1. That would be so terrible.
I would...
That would be a rage video there. People would watch the shit out of that.
Find them and murder them myself.
Ranson already had a copy.
Like,
it's probably true.
Oh my god.
Right, I know, right? $116,000 or $114,000 just to waste on a game. I just got 100 grand lying around. I just need this. Yeah. Fuck's sakes. So, there was another auction for another, but more rare item, in my opinion, which is, it was the Sega Pluto, which is the prototype for the Sega Saturn. And it sold for $84,000 US. I thought that was impressive until I seen this, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, right? Like, holy shit.
So, yeah, there's been some crazy auctions recently for gaming stuff. It's
no kidding.
pretty cool. Next, here's a recap of the latest Stadia Connect stream, which announced a 64-player Super Bomberman R Online. This is the only reason I'm talking about Stadia at all right now.
I'm sorry.
Bomberman.
What?
Yeah. And it premiered.
64-player Bomberman? Holy shit. That's gotta be insane.
Popular series is coming to Stadia. Bomberman R Online. Battle 64 mode. Blast your way to the top. Battle with up to 64 players simultaneously from around the world. Battles in multiple areas in this online survival battle.
Yeah, see, this is...
Yo! Holy shit! There's like a whole bunch of games going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, what, when you win your game, you wait for like the other 4 people who've won their games and just like...
I guess so, dude.
Dude, this is like Tetris 99, except it's for Bomberman.
I don't have a... I don't... fucking buy a Stadia.
I don't want to get a Stadia.
Jesus.
But God damn it, this would be awesome on literally any other console.
Yeah, this is all I really wanted to look at.
You look like Snake.
This is all I wanted to go over with this, by the way. I didn't even want to read about anything else. I just...
Dude.
Of why? Why do you have to put it on this fucking...
Well, yeah, on that platform of any platform.
It's so shitty. Thanks, Konami. You're the best. You're the best.
Konami.
Yeah. So, moving on to our next one, because I don't even...
Yeah.
Little Witch in the Woods is another cute Stardew Valley adjacent RPG. No, this isn't Chucklefish Simulator, which with witches and wizards. That's Witchbrook. But the witch sim subgenre is definitely becoming a thing if it wasn't already. Developed by the cutely named Sunny Side Up, Little Witch in the Woods is an even indier affair than Chucklefish's micro-empire at this point, and deals with protagonist Ellie as she serves an apprentice to a bona fide witch. It'll feature various simmy mechanics like exploration, reagent gathering, NPC growth, and city development. It's due out next year on PC for sure, but is slated for PS4 and Switch as well. It was announced in mid-2019, but thanks to the new trailer below, we're getting an updated look at it. Is this a Kiki's Delivery Service game? Oh, it looks nice. Oh, it looks so good already.
Sunny Side Up.
Okay. And we get out of here with this. Make it...
What the hell? Is it Korean?
Maybe. I don't care. Make it English, and then I can understand it, and I'm cool. Wait. Hold up. Alright. Hold on. Where are you? Scott, what's this?
That's Moonlighter.
Thank you.
That's exactly Moonlighter.
Yeah, and then did you see the part inside the shop here?
Yeah.
Everything here is basically Moonlighter 2.0.
This is Moonlighter.
Which, don't get me wrong,
100%.
Moonlighter's a great game. I love it. But
Why?
this feels like you're using the exact same engine and you just said, hey, different items, therefore it's different. It's like, no. I mean, yeah, it looks... I mean, I like the look of it.
Oh, yeah. It's just there are a lot of assets that are borrowed from Moonlighter. Like,
Oh yeah.
Even as much as that they went over to the thing and had a thought bubble over by the thing that they were buying. That's 100% Moonlighter.
Yeah. But again, it's not a terrible thing, but it's still like you might as well say that it's been built using the same engine because it's definitely.
Yeah.
But it does look fucking amazing, though.
They even had the same pricing book. Oof.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna go, but
So who was it? Sunny Side Up?
yeah.
Not the same people.
Well, we'll let them deal with that. We'll see what happens in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, oh god. So money, you guys, okay? Buy money. You better believe the LEGO NES set as you building a CRT TV. The NES, there's an update. NES LEGO set has been confirmed with the final price set at $229.99 and the kit clocking in at 2,646 pieces. And it's coming August 1st. I don't really need to talk much about this. We'll watch the trailer.
I'm LEGO lead designer John. 2020 marks the 35th anniversary, which is why we decided to unveil the new LEGO NES. This incredible brick-built set includes
what?
NES control deck and a retro-style TV that revolutionizes classic 8-bit graphics. Everything will instantly feel familiar to NES fans. From plugging in your controller to loading your favorite game cartridge. And when you're done building,
You're blowing.
level of the original Super Mario.
God, why do I have to be like a fucking gaming nerd?
This guy always
Seriously, man, because look at this shit. I want this so bad. Fucking
Yeah.
230. And that's, I know it's American. $230 is like 300 fucking.
Plus
Wait, what?
handbrakes.
$300 plus, probably
Enjoy
Canadian.
the new LEGO Nintendo Entertainment System as much as the original NES.
Dear Santa.
$312 Canadian.
Why, man? Like, why? It's fucking. Oh, you want a new Switch or do you want an NES Lego? Fucking. Just eating my fucking money. Last thing we have from Destructoid. Konami's legendary Gradius returns Nintendo Switch. I'm pissed off now. It's bullshit. Fucking. Where's Google Stadia? You don't want to buy it for games, do you? Oh, hey, old world gamer, Bomberman, fucking eat my dick.
You want Bomberman, but 64 people? You want to tell everybody who you're the best Bomberman ever? Buy Stadia. Even though we've literally used this podcast for the last 6 months to tell you exactly how bad Stadia is. Here you go. Here's the 64-player Bomberman. Eat shit.
Yeah, I'm over it. Konami's Legendary Gradius turns Nintendo Switch, one of the most pioneering shmups of all time, is ready to jet off to Nintendo Switch this week. As Konami Classic Gradius joins the bulging arcade archives range. What bulging? What kind of a word do you? For your
Probably
games?
because the fact that the Nintendo Switch has gotten a metric fuck ton of shmups over the last 6 months.
You said it right.
They have gotten a lot of shmups recently.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Originally launched in '85, before eventually being ported to numerous home formats, Gradius is one of the best known and most beloved brands in the shmup genre. Players jump into the cockpit of starfighting vessel Vic Viper before blasting off into battle against waves of intergalactic invaders, gathering speed boosts and cycling through a range of unique weapons while taking down bad guys in a run of intimidating bosses. Destroy the car. Don't tell me what to do. Fuck you. Oh. So yeah, we don't really need to talk anymore about Gradius either because that's pretty
really
self-explanatory.
It's Gradius, man.
If you haven't seen it by now, then
What the hell are you doing with your gaming life?
what?
If you don't know what
look at
Gradius is, what the hell are you doing with your gaming life?
That is a sweet ass picture there, though.
Oh, Vic Viper, dude. I'm telling you, man. Vic Viper, I think, is one of my favorite, like, just gaming. Like, it sounds weird to say like a character, but Vic Viper's a character, man.
Oh well, yeah.
It's just
well, like, they called the ship Vic Viper, so I mean that's literally like a first and last name. So.
I know. And that was the thing. It's like I always thought it was like, hey, the pilot's Vic Viper, but no, that's the machine.
Yeah,
that's the machine itself. So it's like
Sophia the Third and Blaster Master, same thing.
This game, mind you, not Contra, Gradius is where the Konami code was first used, not in Contra.
That's true. Alright, the next up, we're done with our news from Destructo.com. Next is the Twitter feed, and then we have Kickstarters. So, we're going to jump right into the Twitter feed, starting with Azumi at TOHFUW. At TOHFUWU. They're doing a 300 followers art raffle, as, you know, thanks for people. Again? TOH FUWU.
We'll try to find. Oh, there it goes. Got it.
There you go. So to enter this little contest we're having here, retweet and follow. 2 winners will win a thigh-up drawing from Tofu, and it ends on July 20th. So only 4 days, but this is their art, and I thought it looked pretty good. Like, this looks
I like this
pretty
stuff.
dang good. Of course you do, you fucking Scott.
Say what you meant to say.
Perv.
No, come on.
What?
Not all of it's pervy.
Oh, I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the art. Not all the art's pervy. Come on.
I'm talking about you and Jeff. Fucking Scott.
I'm saying I like the art. What's wrong with that?
No. Thank you. See? I don't know what's wrong with him, but take him, go get him some medication or something. Jesus Christ.
What? Man, you sent me this Twitter feed here, and I'm like, ooh, I think the art's nice. Now all of a sudden I'm a pervert.
See?
I don't understand what I did wrong.
Anyways, next up we have Deceiver at Dimitri Deceiver at DMITRYDECEIVER. This is some good pixel art. Yeah. We've shown Deceiver stuff before, but yeah, this is real nice. There's so much pixel art is out there, but so many of them are really good. Like, they're the ones that usually just pop up. They're like final. Next up, we have King W at King_Worrell, WORRELL. They have a Final Fantasy II enemy sprite redraw, which I thought was pretty cool. Look at that. Look at its pixel delicious. That's fucking at its base too, man. I love that shit. It's not like
that black meat there. That Idea. Ooh, that Idea looks nice. Idea looks real nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Got the crack. Articuno looks like he's put on a couple frickin' pounds here. What the hell's going on here? Boy, oh boy. Woo!
So anyways, yeah, you want to follow some fun people with pixel art, good pixel art, I'm telling you, you'll never be disappointed. Wait. What? Gotta make sure I hit that follow button myself. Next up, we have at Fiddlestar, which I'm pretty sure we should be, following. So, Patreon print for July. Definitely the cutest print I've done for my Patreon. Love it so much. All $10 plus patrons this month will be getting this print mailed to them, along with a cute sticker. And we were looking at the game Fiddlestar, and this looks amazing, by the way. I love this. Looks so relaxing. Oh, what's that drink? So much I want to know. So yeah, and yeah, go check out the game Fetal Star as well.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be disappointed. Next, for Scott's viewing pleasure, at Shin_Shiros, SHIN_SHIROS. Yeah, they're doing more waifu stuff. Definitely Chinese. I could be wrong. Definitely Asian. And a few people follow them with 106,000 followers.
It's a picture of modeus. Remember I was telling you about Helltaker?
Yeah.
That's one of the demons. It's modeus.
See? I told you Scott was a perv.
But not in that, like, she doesn't show up like that, obviously.
But now she does.
Now she does. Come on, I mean...
Whoa!
Whoa! Yo, there's like a pixelated picture of Cerberus. It looks so good. Oh my god.
Have you seen their main banner underpage, Scott?
Yeah. But
oh shit!
That pixelated Cerberus down there, it looks so good.
Okay, this is amazing. I love it. This is so good. Jesus. See, this is why people are face first in their phones all the time. There's too much shit.
You gotta go down. You have to look at that. It looks so good. Oh my god.
What's wrong?
That Cerberus is so good.
I'm trying to find where the Cerberus is to, but
you're in that. You're in that same thread. You have to go. You have to jump back and then go down the thread again. She's easily my favorite. Keep. There she was. No, you went past.
What?
You went past.
Her?
Yeah, there's Cerberus.
From what?
Helltaker. I'm telling you, dude. You gotta play this game. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna...
Next up...
You can shake your head all you want, because I love that game. I don't care.
You have self-esteem destroyed.
I don't care what you think.
Next we have White Knight of Elune at NMV Solidus. SOLDIUS, or sorry, NMV SOLIDUS. Sleepy dog drinks coffee to get even sleepier. Oh, yeah? Looks really well done as well.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know, even the weredogs need the coffees.
To go back to sleep, apparently.
Right?
Keeps you tired. Oh, next up we have Toast at Pixel_Toast. Elesa from Pokemon Black and White.
I'm sorry, you said Pixel_Toast or Pics?
Pixel_Toast. Oh, whoa! Game Hunter's going immediately. Fucking.
Bro, she's even there. Cerberus is even there. You scroll up and you look at their banner.
Oh, their banner?
It's everywhere, Stefan. You can't get away.
It literally just... We've never seen this before.
we can't get away. We can't get away from it now.
Jesus Christ. Oh, next up, Joseph Dunn, ZGS, at Z Golden Sombrero. Yeah, I'm going to follow this person. An older tweet of mine, an older tweet of some Shovel Knight fan art of mine has been making the rounds recently. Huh. Dude.
Wow.
Fuck.
Those are paintings? Holy
Wait,
fucking shit.
Are they really paintings?
Yes. Holy hell. Damn.
Yeah, he should be like, wow. How come Yacht Club Games doesn't hire him to just sell paintings for them and they can make a fortune together? Jesus, no, that's so good, dude.
Oof.
Oh no, I want to go to his page. Oh my god, yeah, this dude is craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, he's really good. Fuck. Oh, and last thing to report on from Twitter, Sarah Jane Avery.
Oh yeah.
The Soulforce C64 shmup progress added new cloud parallax effect to first desert stage, plus updated the smart bomb effect a bit. Ooh. And now we're just gonna sit here and watch because there's sound. Oh!
Wow, Soulforce is looking like better and better and better every time I see it.
Yeah. Whoa!
Wow, I like those particles she has when they're coming out of the water. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
What was this, Sega Genesis?
Holy shit! This is C64? Damn.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, she's doing such a good job with this.
I know, right?
So I'm gonna take your smart bomb. Kiss me yours. Alright, so that's it. There's enough of that. It's gonna be released soon. I know it's gonna be so good. Anyways, we're going into our last segment for tonight, which is our Kickstarters. Yeah, the art community on Twitter is craziness.
Really good.
Alright, so our first Kickstarter this week is strange. It's called Sauna 2000. It's Sauna Simulator with retro aesthetic. It's been funded. They were looking for $13,495. They got $19,770. 5 days to go. Looks like it's on PlayStation. I don't know what to expect.
I don't either.
Planet Earth, year 2000. I do not remember the Earth looking like this in 2000. Just saying. Oh, you actually are at a sauna in Finland. Ah!
Oh, not the alcohol.
Pertti! How's it going, Peter? I love how this is all unfinished. What in the f... I've wrestled with a moose. The moose won. Just get to the fucking sauna part already, guys. Alright. So from time to time, I have to apologize for some of the stuff I bring to you guys because I don't always watch everything, and then sometimes stuff like this happens. And I'm like, okay, that was not what I was expecting at all. Scott, I'm pretty sure, might have had an aneurysm. Well, he fixed his head. Like,
what the fuck?
Honestly, I don't even want to go through the rewards. Like, I thought
the reward is not playing it.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Harsh, Scott. So harsh. But yeah, no, I agree. That was Comedic Sauna Simulator.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no. I can't do it. It's not a simulator game. No, I know.
Nope, it's still there.
Yeah, this is... No. Okay. Moving onward.
What the fuck?
Let's hope that the next one will make Scott a little happy. Majin, a narrative-driven, deck-building adventure RPG.
And I'm in.
Beautiful handcrafted experience. Immerse yourself in the world of dark fantasy tale. Looking for 65,292. Oh, they're only at 42,337. Only 3 days to go.
Oh, let's check it out.
Do it. All right.
Are you here?
Your mother would be only an obstacle right now.
What the fuck?
You to my brothers. I can't be so selfish not to.
No!
There's no escape from destiny.
What are you doing here again?
What?
You say, you little shit! Bugger off!
Oh, you're getting a plague. I don't know about you.
Because I'm the leader of the rock project and
Yeah, I'm pausing you, dude. It seemed a little confusing as to what, like...
Yeah, it kind of had like a weird, like, it sort of was like deck building, but there was like a fatal frame, sort of like,
Yeah.
it's in like insanity mirror sort of thing, or like a morality thing going on. It's kind of interesting.
I don't know, dude.
It's weird. It's definitely like not traditional deck building, that sort of thing,
It kind of reminded me of Darkest Dungeon without really doing much.
Yeah.
With more walking around or something. I don't know. It was a bit strange, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. For £12, $21, you can get the game. Let's see. You can also get... What else? Personal thank you note, digital visual goodies. Digital soundtrack. Digital art book, behind the scenes content. Oh, t-shirt, 214 left of 250. So yeah, you get the t-shirt and that one. Oh, a physical art book, as well as the t-shirt. Your printed and digital portrait in game art style. Your face appears in the Majin. Design a card with us. Oh, okay. That's kind of fancy. And then everyone jumped into early bird for $14 Canadian. Looks like. And 3 people backed that design a character with us. And 1 person backed £800, $13.57. Jesus. To design a location in the game. With the oh my god! And then a quest in the game, someone backed that part. And the Supreme Patron, 1 backer. Someone backed almost $7,000 apparently. You become our teammate and a patron. We'll stay in touch with the whole production process. Jesus. So it's almost like you buy your way in onto the team.
Right?
That's pretty crazy. Motion mechanics. They do that a lot in Darkest Dungeon too, with the whole like fear and stuff like that, and being stressed out.
Yeah.
That seems to be a thing that a lot of these types of games are kind of going for. So, Scott, we have one last game to look at tonight. One last Kickstarter.
Alrighty.
We're going to see if this will load. Oh, okay, cool. It loaded up. It is called The Corruption Within. Could buy 26 of those for that NES cartridge, surely. A 2D psychological thriller, first-person point-and-click adventure game set in the Victorian era. So Mr. Six might also be interested in this, again, being a point-and-click gamer from time to time. They're only looking for $3,391. They're currently at $937. They have 26 days to go. They just put it up there. I think I've also shown the person who's doing some of the artwork for this game. We've presented them on the Twitter feed before as well. So we have seen some of their artwork, but let's watch the trailer.
The Corruption point-and-click adventure game set in the Victorian era. It's a story-driven psychological thriller in which you play the role of a man whose family disappears at the end of a holiday. You go in search of them and find a mansion full of eccentric characters who clearly have a lot of secrets to hide. One of these heroes must know where your family is, right? While the emphasis will be on a strong narrative, there will also be plenty of puzzles to solve. The game is being made by indie devs Aviv Salinas and Dave Seaman, hailing from Israel and England, respectively. I'm Eric DeLuzzo.
I feel so bad that your last name is Seaman.
We're all really excited.
Sorry, Dave.
We're seeking backing on Kickstarter to give us a little more financial freedom to work.
Okay, I don't need your whole story. Let me just look at the fucking game.
Right?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, I like this. This is like OG pixel art.
Yeah. Looks nice.
Yeah, dude, I like it. Whoa. Oh, that's two different chairs. I thought it was ripped in half somehow. Yeah, this is the picture here going up the stairs that we were looking at before.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Alright. Not bad, not bad.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see what their supporter tiers are at. Digital copy of the game is going for about $14. Art goodies. Whoa. An image of you will appear somewhere in the game. And that's actually fairly cheap. $86? Most devs are like asking way more for that. You'll also be an associate producer in the credits. Digital copy of the game. No. Soundtrack though. All gone. Oh, character creation. 2 people back it. So you get to create 2 characters, or I guess they're going to create a character each in the game. And that's it. Not too many reward tiers either, which again, I kind of like that a lot of times just because it feels like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Whether it's like they're much more concerned about getting the game done than like just throw 16,000 things out to the people that are kickstarting it.
Yeah. You know, and I do, like I said, I appreciate this art style as well, just because it feels more old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Definitely gives you like those like mid-90s PC character vibes, you know?
Exactly. Alright, so, that's it. Like I said, I was struggling so hard to get decent news. I mean, with the Twitter feed, honestly, I could do a whole fucking podcast of Twitter feed because there's so many people out there and so much great artwork. So, I mean, you know, there's only so much you can do. But the Steam, Best of Steam was a little on the
Well.
side, so
It was lighter than it should have been because we might have been minus a game or two.
yeah, but
But I got to talk about Helltaker, so that's all I care. And then like characters showed up all over the Twitter feed, so I feel vindicated.
throw it up all over the Twitter feed.
So, I'd like to thank my news outlets as always, VG247 and Destructoid.com.
And I will also thank Destructo.com, IndieRetroNews.com, Kickstarter, Twitter, indie devs, game devs, all the pixel artists, all the people that we see pretty much throughout the podcast every evening. Because
and Jones' Soda, this delicious root beer. Love it. Love it.
And I may be showing off some new Mega Cat games soon.
Ooh, nice.
I may have a collector's edition of Bite the Bullet coming to me.
Nice.
And they might have just done up another box of 3+ games. They didn't say exactly what else they're putting in there. He was all like, oh, hey, I just wanted to know what other games you have because I wanted to throw some more stuff in. And I was like, oh my god. So eventually I'm going to be doing an entire month of just Mega Cat games on my stream. So
sounds like fun.
that's the best I can do to give back to them, other than obviously straight up money. But yeah, I'm hoping that'll help. Hopefully you guys will enjoy what they have to offer as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, you know what? Let's rate up your brother so he stops fucking bitching and whining all the time. God.
Sounds like fun.
So we're gonna rate up Mr. Firewind Entertainment. Everybody, have yourself a good evening. Hopefully, you have a fantastic week, and we will see you next week. So there. And let's hit up that raid immediately. So sooner the better. Sooner the better. Don't know what I was gonna say. Anyway. Alright, so have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Right.